Hello everyone, I wanted to make a quick video on this Bible, which is the personal size Quentel from Schuyler Bibles. And I've seen a lot of videos of Bibles that have been used for a while, just showing what they look like after a certain period of time. And I wanted to give a 1-year update on my use with this Bible. I've had it for a little bit longer than a year, but I've really only used it for about 12 months, so that will be the time frame I'm looking at. This is the New American Standard version in the personal size Quentel in slate goatskin. So first off, the leather itself is almost like new. There's basically no difference from the quality or the look of the leather than when I took it out of the box. It is a little dull compared to when I first opened it, mainly because of the oils in the hand. Similar on the spine, there's a couple spots where it has developed a little bit of smudging, but I believe that as well as from oils in the hand. However, my hand holds it. The spine still looks really good. There's a little bit of scuffing on the Jerusalem cross and the Schuyler title down here. I think that's from my hand, how I hold it. I'm not sure why. That's the only Bible I have that anything has started to wear down there. But however I use this Bible, I guess I tend to hold it right there. So that's worn a little bit. What little yap there is has started to train. There's not much, so it can't go very far. But you can kind of see how it's training a little bit. And that's not specifically because I wrapped it or anything. That's just from, I do occasionally press it down, but that's just from daily use. Now, as far as how much I've used this Bible, I have the Grant Horner reading plan, which are all these marks here. And then, so that one is significant for this purpose because you're reading from 10 different chapters every time you open the Bible for that reading plan. And so you're not just opening to one book, you're opening to many portions of the Bible. So a lot of different places are being used at once. And then also, I've developed a habit of using this Bible as my daily reference. I am a college student, and so there are many days that I need to reference passages or for any assignments, and so this is the one I have on my desk for that purpose. So it gets opened almost every day. And that has been the case for, as I said, about the last 12 months. So, cover, pretty much like new. The ribbons, I did have to singe them once, and that's not uncommon for any Bible, even of the top quality ones. And then we move to the art gilding, and understandably that's probably the most damaged portion just because it's a very perfectionist type of thing, so it's going to take the most beating as you work your way through the Bible. So you can see some watermarks, there's some scuffs, you can see some scratches. It's not terrible, but it does show very well. You have a little bit on the top. The biggest one is this smudge here. I'm not sure what that was, some sort of food. But this Bible has been at the dinner table, coffee shops. It's gone almost everywhere. The interior liner's still like new. As I said, all the leather portions of this Bible are basically like new. The liner the tab is still quite stiff, although it has loosened up a little bit. I do have some resources in here because this is the one I use all the time. And so the tab is still quite stiff, although it has loosened up. So in Genesis, you're still not opening flat. It doesn't really want to open all the way. But once you get to even the end of Genesis, it will stay open. And this is one thing I noticed with this particular Bible. The leather was a lot thicker than some other personal size Quentels that I've encountered. So it is going to be, I think, a little bit more stiff as far as laying flat than even some other Bibles that you may get. Even if you got the same one again, it might not be this stiff. So that's the exterior and the front. So the paper itself, I'm actually quite surprised how well it's holding up. This is the 28 GSM paper, and you can kind of see here the wrinkling from New Testament. Obviously, I've opened to New Testament more often just because That's where a lot of pastors are preaching from, and so it gets the most use. But you can kind of see how it's just wrinkling throughout there, and that's typical of any Bible you use all the time. Just from your oils in your hand and just moisture from your hands will start to affect the pages. And there's a section right here in Kings where I apparently had a place where I was studying, and you can see where my thumbs were in contact with the pages at some length, and they started to wrinkle a little bit. And that's the case in several places, including the New Testament. But overall, it's taking the beating from just having your hands in contact with it quite well. And there's no issues with that I can tell. I don't write in this Bible, so I can't really judge anything about ink and how the paper takes that. But from what I've experienced with just reading it and the opacity, it wouldn't be too bad if you did light underlining, such as a micron would be fine on this type of paper. The back, still pretty much like new. The maps, amazing Schuyler maps, are always good. I have used these quite a bit, actually. I don't write in my maps either, so they're still pristine condition. And you do have note paper, so if I did write anything, it would probably be in here, which I haven't done there either. So that's pretty much all I got overall. It is still pretty much, I would say, like new as far as the structure and the integrity of the materials. Obviously, there are some external scuffs and just the paper being wrinkled a little bit, but that's typical of any Bible that you use consistently. As far as the construction goes, I think it's holding up excellently, and I really can't recommend these Bibles from Schuyler enough. They're very well made. They're a little bit spendy, but this is 1 year of use, and it really doesn't look that bad. So these Bibles are going to last a very long time. So hopefully that was helpful. I know watching these videos for me has been beneficial in just understanding how these Bibles are holding up. So there you go.